Hi girls. Good morning. Yes, I sometimes look like a hot mess like this. Alright, so I want to get started. This is like morning hair. This should be like wake up to make up. Alright, so I want to talk about something that was probably one of my hardest things about when I joined Younique, is being coachable. So I'm going to get started. I took some notes, so if you see me look down, then that's why, just because this is a really big topic and I want to make sure we hit on a lot of good key points, especially for those of you who will watch after. So, being coachable is something, it's okay, let me just start off as to what it's not. Okay, so being coachable is not being weak or disempowered. It's not somebody taking that away from you. It is not a feeling. It's not to be meant to make you feel like you're being pushed over. Being coachable doesn't mean you're not good enough. That is the biggest. If I could say anything in this video, this is it. Being coachable doesn't mean that you've surrendered to whoever is trying to coach you. Okay, so here's what it is. Being coachable means that you have the awareness, the perseverance, and the determination to be better than you already are. It also means that you are willing to let someone seek you out and help you, right? So, in all of these cases, most of the time, that person's either going to be me or Ashley. It could also be your sponsor if you have somebody else that's your sponsor, which is totally fine. A lot of times, Ashley and I try to take on that role, just because maybe because we've been doing this and we kind of know the right way or the wrong way, and we have a good idea about it. Me personally, I've done other direct sale companies before, so I've learned what not to do, okay? That's why I feel like being coachable and being willing to be coached, even me, I mean, I get it from Ashley, so don't feel like you guys are by yourselves. Don't feel like, it's all like, wow, the Ashleys are coming to get you. Like, it's not like that, I swear. All right, so it also means, if you're coachable, that you're willing to discuss with someone to help you improve on skills that you want to improve on. Okay? So the thing about this business, and it's always been, is that you have to want this, right? We can't want it for you. I mean, we can want it for you, but in order for you to make that difference, you have to want it. No matter what we say to you, if you don't want it, it's not going to matter. Being coachable also means, even if it makes you feel vulnerable, it's the secret to achieving your dreams. Ashley is coached. There is at no point in this business where you don't need somebody's opinion and you don't need somebody's help. It's just that plain and simple. It really is. I mean, you have to be vulnerable. What do we say? Hashtag do it scared, right? You have to be vulnerable and you have to open up and you have to be willing to accept this stuff. And then I'm going to talk a little bit about 5 traits for someone who's coachable, of whether you have it now or whether it's something that you would gain. So humility. It requires you to change your heart versus changing your mind, because we as women, we are emotional creatures, right? I mean, we're not like rock hard. I mean, most of us aren't anyways. We have hearts. So when someone says something to you, of course, you're going to feel, your first instinct will probably be like you were attacked, right? Like, ugh, what did she just say to me? And I know this because I can relate to you. I'm not any different than you. I feel the same way. So it requires action. It requires you to get off your booty and do the things that your coach is trying to teach you. It's not just a talk, it's an action. Step 3 is a purity of purpose. So you have to be hungry for that wisdom. Okay, so a lot of times, again, it goes hand in hand with you have to want this. You have to want the wisdom. I know for me personally, I had 2 people I could join under when I started Younique. my best friend of 9 years, or Ashley, who I just recently met a year before through another direct sales company. Okay, she was in my downline. What did I do? I wanted the wisdom that Ashley had. I didn't want to stay with my friend who, yeah, she was my best friend, but that was where that connection ended as far as business, because that's why I chose to go to Ashley. She had that wisdom. She had that desire to teach that wisdom. Now, you guys, this is a huge sponsoring thing too, because most people don't realize that they can join a team like I was going to and be okay. I didn't want to be okay. I wanted to go on the team that knew how to run it and how to build a team and how to be on a team where someone who actually was going to help me. I need that help. I didn't want to just sit and be like, "Oh, Ashley, you're doing a good job." No, no, I don't want that. You can ask Ashley. I still randomly message her and I'm like, "I'm slacking. This house stuff is killing me. Tell me what to do and I'm going to do it." I'm not any different than you guys. Sorry, my boobs are like all out here, but I'm like cuddling a pillow so you can't like see them all. Okay, boobs. I talk about boobs too much. All right. So trait number 4 is surrender control. So this is a pretty ironic one for me to talk about. Just saying. And it's ironic in the fact of people who have a hard time surrendering control probably are the ones that need to be surrendering control. Because that was me. That was me. On the first day I joined, I said to Ashley, I think I'm going to do this, but I'm not really sure. I was still full-heartedly in this other direct sales company. Half-heartedly, kind of, if I'm being honest. So anyway, so Ashley signed me up. She's called me. She was like, "We're going to add you to this group. We're going to add you to this group. We're going to add you to this group. And this is how we do it." And like it was like, boom, 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 boom. And I was like after an hour and a half conversation, I got off the phone with my husband. And I was like, "I'm pretty sure I can't do this. I'm pretty sure I'd feel really overwhelmed and I can't do this." And I also was having a hard time of that she was telling me. She was coaching me. But she knew I could do it. But I, at that point, didn't know I could do it. At that point, I was like, I don't think this girl knows what she's talking about, and I'm not willing to give up everything I know to go with what everything she knows. I needed to surrender my control. I needed to loosen the reins a little bit and realize that she had my best interest at heart. I was eventually going to do what I wanted to do, but that I had to open my heart and I had to let her in. And I think that out of everything I'm going to tell you today, that is the hardest to do. It is hard to let someone in when you feel like you're losing control. That goes with relationships all across the board, okay? I mean, literally, that's all across the board, right? We're all scared to lose that control. So we have to be willing to loosen the reins, pull back, and listen to really what they're saying and take it to heart. All right, so faith in the process. This is something that we talked about a ton at convention. It wasn't just that one breakout session. It was at like every breakout session, okay? You have to be willing. All right, so trusting the process is something that's a little bit difficult. I can't talk. It's too early. My hair's a mess. My face is not done. I can't think. Okay, so faith in the process pretty much means that you're trusting this process, right? We keep talking about this, trust the process. We keep talking, oh no, is it okay on everybody else? Give me a thumbs or a heart if you guys can still see me. I know we're a little delayed, so I'm just going to keep talking, I think, because it's okay on my end. Okay, thanks, guys. All right, so this is something where hindsight's 20/20, right? This is something where you won't understand it until after you've already seen the change. It's like hindsight's 2020. Or it's like if when your parents way back when they would like give you advice and you'd be like, psh, whatever, mom. And now you're like, man, if I knew what I knew now, I would have totally freaking listened to her because she was right. That's what I'm talking about. You have to be willing to trust the process because that is going to happen. It is all about trusting the process when it comes to PRS, when it comes to sponsoring, when it comes to, you messaging us and saying, nobody's watching my videos and nobody's liking my stuff and nobody cares about this, so I'm just going to stop. No, you have to trust the process. Consistency. When we tell you consistency, trust us that we're telling you be consistent. We all have days, we have weeks that go like that. It's not just you, it's not just me, it's all of us as a group. All right, so now I'm going to get back into a little bit about what I think is amazing about being coachable and, taking this whole process on as we handle it, right? So being coachable is about the awareness and the ability to take those gold nuggets, I'm going to talk about it, and use them to your advantage. At convention, it was really funny. They keep talking about balls on stage. I'm not kidding. And I guess they talk about something at Unified. So when I get to go to Unified or when Ashley goes to Unified, we'll all kind of understand when you guys go to Unified. I guess we'll know about their glass balls. But for right now, I'm going to use gold nuggets. Gold nuggets are important in this business because they are the advice that you're getting from people that you trust and people that you look up to and people that you admire, and they're giving them to you. Like, we're giving them to you. You know how, like, on some teams, some people or whatever might not want to give away their best advice. We're an open book. Like, that's the thing about Team Lashley that, like I said, people don't realize why this is so amazing is we're giving it to you. Nobody's here to fight each other. Nobody here in this group is cutthroat. We're all here willing to give advice, like what worked best for you. And you share it with the group. It's the same thing with us. All these gold nuggets that we're like piling together are making our team kick ass. I'm sorry, it's true. So take the advice and use it to your advantage. The stuff me and Ashley are coming to you guys about, or the stuff your sponsor's coming to you about, is not just to sit and BS. It's not. It's to make you better. And we can give them to you, like here you go. But unless you use it, it's not going to go anywhere. And again, that comes with having to want it. So there is wisdom in being coachable. And what I mean by that is you have to realize that this is something bigger than yourself. You have to realize that us coming to you and whoever's coaching you, you have to realize that you have to take that wisdom and stick it up there. And then what you have to do is you have to coach your people and you have to make them stick it up there. It's a repetition that has to keep rolling. It can't just stop at your level ones. It has to keep rolling. What you do in your business with you and your downline, it has to keep going. So we have to teach people how to keep that ball rolling and how to keep people like earning for wisdom. Like, give me more. Why do people go to convention? To get all the tools and get the successful tools that all of these huge Black status, amazing women are there to give us. So you're able to learn and grow from others' knowledge and experience. And it's kind of what I just talked about too, because that's what I talked about, us gaining it from everybody else on the team, whether it's from me or Ashley or Sarah or Jess or Robin or Lachey. Like, I'm just reading the girls who are on here. You have to be willing to be coachable. Again, as women, it's hard for us because we have big hearts and we don't want to let people in. We don't. And we don't want to feel like what we're doing is wrong, but you have to stop that. You have to stop feeling like, so say Ashley messages me, and she's done it. So here, we'll go with me instead of with you guys. Ashley will message me and be like, you shouldn't have just posted your link. And I mean, her and I are a little bit more blunt with each other, but that's the other part of this too, is I feel like if anybody sugarcoats it with you, it's not going to work, because you're just going to feel like, oh, it wasn't really that big of a deal, I'm okay. No. What we need to work on is us getting big, strong muscles and realizing that anybody who approaches us in this group, whether they have advice for us, we have to take it, and we have to take it into heart, and then we have to say, okay, what am I going to do to fix this? Not just blow somebody off. Unless you really don't want this, then, I mean, go ahead, blow us off. But you have to be willing to take that wisdom in, and you have to want to gain that knowledge. I can't express it enough, because, like I said, Ashley will message me, and instead of me getting mad at her, listen, being real right here. For about 1 minute, I allow myself my moment of being like, well, I thought I was doing a good job. What is she talking about? She doesn't know what she's talking about. She doesn't know me. She doesn't know what I'm going through. I actually think what I did was a really great idea, or what I did wasn't really that big of a deal. Why is she messaging me? Okay, that's real. That is real. 1 minute. Allow yourself 1 minute. Do not respond to your coach. Allow yourself that 1 minute to suck it in. Cry, scream, kick, punch, do whatever you have to do, and then move on. And then say to them, okay, well, how do I fix it? What would you suggest that I do to fix it, if they didn't already give you advice? Because what's crazy and what's funny is, what I'm learning is, if you're letting yourself have that emotion and feel it without the negative output that brings, right? So you could have been like, you know what? I could have been like, you know what, Ash? I don't really like what you're saying, so I'll just talk to you tomorrow. I mean, literally, that might sometimes want to be my first put back at her. Like, okay, you want to hurt me? I'm going to hurt you. But if you give yourself that second to, like, okay, I took it in, I read it, I'm going to give myself my 1 minute, and then I'm going to respond to her with, how can I do this? I swear, if this month you guys do that, because I'm going to start coaching, like, coaching is coming out my butt, just so you know. My kids are about to go back to school. I'm going to have 2 hours by myself every single day to work on my business by myself. I'm telling you right now, I'm going to start coaching the crap out of you girls. And Ashley's going to do the same thing. Take your 1 minute and then move on and say, how do I do this? Because I'm pretty sure all the girls in this group want to do this. And if it isn't 100% like engulfed in your heart and your mind right now, it will be, I promise, because I've never been so devoted or so obsessed and know that this is actually legit. Like, this is like legit. This business, after going to convention, those of you who are going to convention next year, don't make it take a year for you to feel like I feel right now. After witnessing and seeing, you know, Sherry Brown, like, we're all in her downline, right? Like, we actually got to meet her. She posts on Facebook all the time. Like, she tells us, you know, like, oh, hey, Ashley's, let me get an Ashley sandwich picture. But, you know, having someone who's a Black status level 2 actually know who we were. I mean, she knew who Ashley was, but for her to know who I was, I felt like she actually cares. And this is, like, legit bigger than a pyramid scheme. So I have goosebumps talking about it, because it's legit. Alright, so I don't want to keep rambling. I just kind of wanted to get that information to you guys. I want to keep it as short as possible, so those of you guys who are watching it later, you guys can feel from it, but this is what we're taking away from it, okay? Just because you are being coached, you are not a shitty person. I'm going to say that. Sorry, Ashley. I don't think she swears during her lives or her videos. But you're not. You are not a person to feel belittled. Do not feel like you are garbage. Do not feel like you are not worthy of this. You need to feel like the reason why you're being coached is because we love you. We want this for you. We want you to build a team, and we want you to be successful, and we want everything good for you. It is not at all ever coming from a bad place in our heart. And I get tears in my eyes because I don't want anybody to ever think that way. We are a team, and we are not here to knock each other down. We are here to build each other up. So we would never, I would never, and I know Ashley would never come from a bad place in her heart. So we just want you guys to gain experience and knowledge, pretty much. So if anybody has any questions, feel free to post below. I'm gonna go because I need to go live in a couple of my parties, go book parties, and show them how this hot wreck of itself can turn into something decent. All right, girls, have a great day. And again, allow yourself 1 minute. That is the one thing I want you to take from this. Allow yourself 1 minute, because we're all human and we all feel feels. We all feel the real feels, right? So 1 minute. All right, girls, have a good day. Bye.